Hello and welcome to the ride of your life. Congratulations, you have a body. You also have a mind, a heart, and a soul. You are, in short, alive. And that is the magical experience of a lifetime. This is a general meditation about your health, which often is interpreted as physical health. However, as we are now more and more willing to support with science, physical health, mental health, spiritual health, and emotional health all go together. They're all part of this embodied experience known as being alive in a human body, and also as being alive in the greater natural body beyond, because it's all one thing. So I want us to take a moment to think about the Serenity prayer that was co-opted by Al-Anon, but was not originally written for them. And if you don't know it, it goes like this. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So just take a moment, sit with that. You don't have to believe in God. Just take a moment to think about those principles in whatever language makes sense for you. Because this is really the essence of taking care of ourselves and of living a healthy life. And presumably you want to live your healthiest and best life possible. And so part of that is you're just going to keep running into these basic principles over and over again. There are some things in life that we can control and some things that we can't. And it's not always easy to know which is which. And when it comes to our health, we have an absolute responsibility to ourselves to devote our lives to figuring out, okay, what's the part that I can control? And then to do everything that we can to make that part as best as we can. And then also, with the things that we cannot control, we also owe it to ourselves to grapple with this and to find within ourselves the continued bravery and curiosity and determination to question, is this something that I can change? Is this something that I cannot change? Knowing our responsibility in both ends of the equation. So to live your best and healthiest life is really a balancing act, because sometimes health requires that you have to really drive forward, be aggressive, and then sometimes health requires the exact opposite. Sometimes it requires that you really be completely passive, relaxed, easy, soft, comfortable. For instance, I recently got wrist surgery, so for me, in this case, I really needed the surgery, and it was painful, and it did have to happen. And then another part of this whole process has been rest and being very passive, and yet also actively doing lots of physical therapy. So you see, it's a balancing act. I could not control the fact that I had to get emergency surgery. However, it is absolutely not just within my control, but my responsibility to myself to do my physical therapy exercises, but also to pay attention to when I'm overdoing them. And so you see that within every aspect of health, you are just constantly asking this question on a big level and on a small level. Yesterday I found out that my little sister has been diagnosed with cancer and it has metastasized. And that again is a question of what can we control and what can we not control? How do we accept what we can't control, and how do we do our best to take care of what we can? And where do we draw the line between the two? So if you are alive and if you are connected with other human beings in this world, then you have had moments like this in your own life. Moments where you're like, I cannot change this. Or, I can change this and I need courage. Or, is this something I can change or something I cannot change? And if you are alive, you are going to keep on having these questions for the rest of your life. And if you are alive and you want to live healthily, you are going to keep asking them. You're going to have the courage to keep asking this forever. So we're going to do a little quick meditation on that question, which I invite you to carry with you for the entire rest of your life as an embodied being. Just take a moment. If you're near a computer or a beeping, bleeping source or something that makes little blinking lights, please step away from it. And even this screen, you can put this screen away and just listen. That's fine. If you are somewhere near nature, please get close to a plant. That will help. And just take a moment and sit comfortably or lie down. The point here is to get comfy, get cozy, relax, and take 3 breaths to just arrive wherever you are, appreciate wherever you are. And whatever rate your mind may be minding away is cool. For now, that's just fine. If your mind is ticking away like a crazy hamster, just notice that and be like, okay, mind, I get that. We do that sometimes. I invite you to turn your attention first out to the world around you. Notice whatever you notice. And remember to breathe. Any little mind-catching details, be like, cool. And then gradually turn your attention inward. Notice your breath. Notice your body. Notice how your body is sitting or lying. Notice any physical sensations that draw your attention. And if you want to change them, change them. If you want to scrunch around, get comfier, do it. And remembering to breathe just easy. Just easy. You do so much in the entire rest of your life. Here is one place where you don't really have to do anything. This is only an invitation. This whole video is just an invitation. If you don't feel like doing it, don't do it. But if you want to do it, then next step is think in your mind, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. And if you don't want to use the word God, that's fine. Don't use that word. Use language that makes sense for you. Sit with that. Think it. Notice if anything comes up for you around that idea. And really send yourself some big love around that. That's a big idea. If you want to hug yourself, now might be a good time. And then think to yourself in whatever words make you feel comfortable and make you feel like you own this concept. God grant me the courage to change the things I can change. Sit with that. Notice whatever you notice coming up for that. Consider it an invitation. And lastly, again, in whatever language makes sense for you. God grant me the wisdom to know the difference. That's absolutely where the rubber meets the road. And you will notice that not only is that an ongoing process for you, but that is an ongoing process for science, for the humanities, for basically every single aspect of what it means to be a human on this planet. Take a few easy breaths and just think again to yourself the serenity, the courage, and the wisdom. Because this is what it means to be a healthy human. These are the things that drive health in all its aspects. I wish you all the best of luck and all the enjoyment and discovery in the world in your magical mystery tour of what it means to be a healthy human being in this beautiful world. Good luck.